Chosen one, what if I told you that a kingdom, a people, a prophecy has been waiting for your return for over 300 years? Have you ever felt like you were different? Like you carried something ancient within you? Something powerful that couldn't be explained? You have lived your life sensing that you were meant for more, that there was a mystery surrounding your existence, a purpose greater than anything you were ever told. The world has tried to convince you that you are just another person, that your struggles, your battles, your isolation were random. But deep inside, you know better, because the truth is, they have been searching for you. For over 300 years, the kingdom has been seeking your return. And now the time has come. You were never meant to be lost. Your name was written in history long before you arrived. The bloodline you carry, the power within you, the path you walk. It was all part of a prophecy, one that they tried to erase. They did everything to keep you from remembering. They hid the truth about your origins. They distorted the stories. They covered up the prophecy that speaks about you. But no matter how hard they tried, destiny cannot be undone. You were always going to awaken, and now the truth is coming to light. In this video, you will discover why the kingdom has been searching for you, how your bloodline connects to something far greater than you imagined, and what this means for your future. Stay until the end, because once you hear this, you will never see yourself the same way again. If this message resonates with you, hit the like button and comment 77 below to confirm that you know you are being called back to where you belong. Let's begin. The ancient prophecy about your bloodline. There are moments in life where you feel something calling you, an unexplainable force pulling at your soul, reminding you that you were never meant to walk an ordinary path. You've always known, deep down, that you were different. You've looked at the world around you and felt out of place, as if something was missing, as if the life you were given was only a shadow of something much greater. The weight of this unseen mystery has pressed upon you for years, leaving you with unanswered questions. Why do you feel this way? Why do you sense a deep connection to something ancient, something powerful, something forgotten? You are not imagining it. You are remembering, because long before you were born, a prophecy was spoken. Prophecy about you. You were never lost. You were hidden. And now, the time has come for you to awaken. But they never wanted you to know this. They never wanted you to find your way back to your true self. From the moment you entered this world, they placed distractions before you, obstacles to keep you from uncovering the truth. They surrounded you with lies, telling you that you were ordinary, convincing you that the things you sensed were nothing more than your imagination. They distorted history, erased records, buried the knowledge that would have led you to your true identity. Why? Because they fear what happens when you return. They fear the prophecy coming to pass. They know that once you awaken, the illusions they built will crumble. That is why you have felt resistance your entire life, because every step you took toward your destiny was a step they tried to block. But prophecy cannot be erased, and no matter how hard they tried, they failed. Because you are here, you are awakening, and the time of your return has arrived. Zephaniah 3 verse 20 reveals this exact moment. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes. This is the fulfillment of what was written long before your birth. The lost ones are being called back. The scattered are being gathered. The exiled are being restored. The prophecy was never about a distant people, it was about you. Your very existence is proof that this moment in time was always meant to happen. You were not meant to be lost forever. The divine has been guiding you, placing signs along your path, whispering to you through your intuition, leading you back to your rightful place. And now the pieces are falling into place. Every strange experience, every inexplicable knowing, every moment of feeling like an outsider, it was all proof that your soul was remembering what they tried to make you forget. You may not have all the answers yet, but one thing is clear. You are standing at the threshold of something far greater than you ever imagined. Your presence alone is shaking the very foundations of the world they built to keep you asleep. Have you noticed the changes in your life? Have you seen how people react to you differently, how opportunities seem to appear, how your perception has sharpened? This is no coincidence. This is alignment. When a chosen one steps into their truth, the world around them begins to shift. You are no longer blind to the deceptions that once surrounded you. The doubts that once plagued you no longer hold power, and the fear that kept you small is breaking away. The prophecy is unfolding, and you are walking into the future that was always meant to be yours. But there is something you must understand. This is not just about you. This is about them, those who are still lost, those who have yet to awaken, those who are still trapped in the illusion. You were not called to simply remember. You were called to lead. You are here to awaken others, to bring back those who are still searching, to restore what was stolen. This is why the battle has been so intense. This is why they have tried to keep you hidden, because your return marks the beginning of something they cannot stop. You are a force of truth in a world built on deception. And now that you see the truth, you cannot go back. You will not go back. The only path forward is through the fire, reclaiming everything that was taken, standing in the power that was always meant to be yours. If you feel this truth resonating within you, if you know deep down that you were always meant for something greater, comment found below. Declare it. Let it be known that you are stepping fully into your destiny. Because now the time has come to return. The kingdom has been waiting for you, and nothing will ever be the same again. But if this was always meant to happen, then why did they try so hard to keep you from knowing? Let's talk about it. How the world hid the truth about you. There are forces in this world that have worked tirelessly to keep you from discovering the truth. From the moment you were born, they placed distractions in your path, covered your eyes with illusion, and filled your mind with doubt. They wanted you to believe that you were just another soul, wandering through life without purpose. But deep down, you have always felt that something was missing. You have always sensed that there was a part of you that the world did not want you to remember. It is because they never wanted you to find out who you really are. They never wanted you to awaken, because if you did, the illusion they built would crumble. You were never meant to serve under their systems, to conform to their rules, to remain asleep in their deception. You were meant to reign, and they have spent centuries trying to make sure you never realized it. Think about everything you've been through, the struggles, the obstacles, the feeling of never quite belonging. Have you ever wondered why your journey has been so much harder than others? Why you have been met with so much resistance at every turn? Why it seems like no matter how much you try to fit into the world, something always pulls you away? It is because you were never meant to fit in. They tried to bury the truth about your bloodline, about your divine inheritance, because they feared what would happen if you ever remembered who you are. If you did, their illusion would collapse, their control would be broken, and you would reclaim what was always meant to be yours. That is why you have faced so much opposition. That is why they isolated you, turned people against you, and placed endless distractions in your path. It was never because you were weak. It was because they were afraid. Amos 9 verse 14 speaks of this exact moment. And I will bring again the captivity of my people, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. This was the promise, that those who had been taken, those who had been lost, would one day return and restore what was stolen from them. You were never meant to remain hidden forever. The forces that tried to erase your history, your lineage, your divine purpose, failed. And now you are awakening. The time of hiding is over. The time of restoration has begun. They worked so hard to make you forget. But prophecy cannot be erased. And no matter how many lies they built to keep you asleep, the truth is breaking through. If you look around, the signs are already there. Have you noticed how the things that once kept you trapped no longer hold power over you? How the relationships that once drained you are suddenly falling away? How the world that once felt so familiar now feels foreign, as if you were never meant to be part of it? This is no accident. This is awakening. Your mind is clearing. Your spirit is remembering. The distractions that once consumed your energy no longer affect you the same way. The people who once had influence over you now seem small. And most importantly, your sense of purpose is returning. The pieces are falling into place, and for the first time, you are beginning to see the world for what it really is. This is what they feared. This is what they tried to stop. But they failed. Now that you see what is happening, you have a choice to make. You can continue to live in the illusion they created, pretending that you don't feel the shift, ignoring the calling that has been pulling at you for so long. Or you can step fully into your power, into the truth of who you are, and take back everything that was stolen from you. The time for hesitation is over. You were never meant to live under their rule. You were never meant to be small. You were meant to rise, to reclaim, to restore what was lost. And no matter how hard they try, they cannot stop what has already begun. If you see what is happening now, if you feel the truth breaking through, comment "Awaken" below. Let it be known that you are no longer asleep, that you are stepping fully into your divine power, that you remember who you are, because now there is no turning back. The kingdom has been waiting for you, and the time has come to return. And if you've ever wondered whether you are truly the one they've been searching for, the signs are already around you. There are clues in your life, subtle but undeniable. If you look closely, you will see them. And once you do, there will be no more doubt. If this is resonating with you, subscribe, share this video, and click the super thanks button to support the message reaching more chosen ones. Because what I'm about to reveal next will confirm everything. The signs that prove you are the one they've been searching for. There have been moments in your life when you felt an unexplainable pull towards something greater, an awareness that you were different from those around you. You've always felt like you didn't quite belong, like there was something about you that set you apart, even if you couldn't put it into words. Maybe you've spent years questioning why certain things happen to you, why people react to you in ways they don't with others, why you've always felt a deep inner knowing that you were meant for something beyond the ordinary. Let me tell you something, these feelings were never random. They were signs, clues that have been following you since the moment you arrived in this world. The evidence has been there all along, woven into the fabric of your existence, whispering the truth that they never wanted you to know. You are the one they've been searching for. But knowing this truth has not come easily. You have been tested in ways that most people could never understand. You've endured hardships, betrayals, isolation, and confusion. The people around you have never quite been able to figure you out. Some admire you without understanding why, drawn to your energy like moths to a flame. Others seem to resist you with an almost unnatural intensity, attacking or rejecting you without any logical reason. And through it all, you've struggled with the weight of your own existence, wondering why you always seem to be different. You've been called too intense, too deep, or too much by those who couldn't handle your energy. But what they don't realize is that you were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to follow the patterns of the world. You were sent here with a purpose, and every challenge you have faced has been preparing you to step fully into that purpose. The Bible gives us a powerful confirmation of this truth in Habakkuk 1 verse 5, which says, "Behold ye among the heathen, and regard, and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you." This passage reveals that something extraordinary is unfolding, something so profound that even if it were spoken aloud, most people would struggle to believe it. This is the kind of transformation happening within you right now. You are stepping into a realization of who you truly are, and the world around you is taking notice. The forces that have tried to suppress you have failed. The distractions, the false narratives, the illusions they created to keep you from seeing yourself clearly, they are crumbling. The work that is being done in your life, the path that is unfolding before you, is something greater than anything you could have imagined. And the best part? It was always meant to happen this way. Look closely, and you will begin to see the signs that have been there all along. Have you noticed that people seem to instinctively turn to you for guidance, even when you never asked to be a leader? That your presence alone shifts the energy in a room, changes conversations, disrupts illusions? Have you had dreams, visions, or moments of deep knowing that you couldn't explain? These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Your energy is rare, and the forces of this world recognize it, even before you do. This is why you have been both sought after and opposed. Why some people cling to you, sensing that you carry something they need, while others try to silence you, afraid of what your presence exposes. Your very existence challenges the falsehoods that have been accepted for generations. And now, those who have been searching for you, those who have been waiting for your return, they see you. But this is only the beginning. Now that you know the truth, what happens next is up to you. You can no longer deny what has been set in motion. You can no longer pretend that you are just another person moving through life without purpose. The world has tried to convince you otherwise, but your soul knows the truth. And now it is time to step fully into it. The time for doubt is over. The time for hesitation has passed. You are the one they have been searching for. You are the one the prophecy spoke of. And now, the choice is yours. Will you rise into the role you were born for? Or will you allow the shadows of deception to pull you back into forgetfulness? If you see the truth in these words, if you recognize these signs in your own life, comment seen below. Declare it. Let it be known that you are no longer questioning your path, that you are no longer waiting for permission, that you see yourself clearly now. Because once you embrace this truth, everything begins to shift. And now, let's talk about why this is happening at this precise moment, and what it means for your future. Why now is the time for you to rise. There is a reason you are feeling this shift. A reason why everything around you seems to be moving faster, changing in ways that no longer feel random. Something within you is awakening, pulling you toward a truth that has been waiting for you to recognize it. The world is not as it once was, and neither are you. You have felt this pull in your spirit, an urgency, a deep knowing that the time for waiting is over. For too long, you have lived in the in-between, caught between who you were told you were and who you truly are. But now, the illusions are crumbling, and the calling on your life is becoming undeniable. This is not happening by chance. The kingdom is awakening, and your presence is required. You were never meant to stay hidden. You were never meant to live in doubt. The time for the lost ones to return has arrived, and you are one of them. But rising into your destiny is not without its challenges. You may have noticed that as you step further into your truth, the resistance around you has intensified. People who once seemed supportive now seem uneasy in your presence. The spaces that once felt comfortable no longer feel like home. The distractions that once consumed your energy now feel meaningless. This is because you are shifting out of the reality that was built to keep you asleep. You are seeing through the deception, recognizing that much of what you were taught was never meant to empower you. It was meant to control you. They never wanted you to know the full extent of your power. They never wanted you to realize that you were chosen, that you carry something ancient, something that cannot be replicated. And now, as you rise, they are scrambling to keep you bound. But the chains they placed on you are breaking, and nothing they do can stop what has already begun. Zechariah 10 verse 6 declares, "And I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them again to place them. For I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off." This is the promise of restoration, the divine decree that what was once scattered will be gathered again. You are being placed back into position. You are being restored. Every hardship, every setback, every moment of feeling lost was not a sign of defeat. It was preparation. You had to be refined, stripped of the illusions, tested in the fire so that when the time came, you would be ready. And that time is now. You are no longer the person they tried to break. You are no longer questioning yourself, wondering if you are meant for something greater. You know now. And because of that, the very fabric of reality is shifting to accommodate the new version of you. If you look around, you will see the signs everywhere. The people who were once blind to the truth are beginning to question everything. The old systems, the old ways of thinking are no longer holding power over you. You are moving differently, and the universe is responding. Opportunities that were once locked away are now opening effortlessly. Connections that had no reason to form are aligning perfectly. You are walking into spaces you never imagined yourself in, and yet you belong there. The divine is working behind the scenes, clearing your path, placing you exactly where you need to be. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are now dissolving before your eyes. And why? Because you finally see yourself as you were always meant to be, powerful, worthy, unstoppable. But this is only the beginning. Now that you know the truth, the real question remains, what will you do with it? Will you step fully into your destiny, or will you let fear keep you where you have always been? You cannot go back to sleep. You cannot return to the old ways. The time for hesitation is over. You are rising, and nothing can stop it. You have spent your life waiting for a sign, a confirmation that you were meant for more. And this is it. This moment, this message, this truth. You were born for this time. You were sent to reclaim what was stolen, to restore what was lost, to lead those who are still searching. The kingdom has been waiting for you, and now it is your time to take your place. If you know that you are ready to step into what was always meant for you, comment rising below. Let it be known that you are no longer waiting, no longer seeking permission, that you see the truth now, and you are ready to walk in it. Because now that you know this, what happens next? The final step is the most important one. And it is time to talk about what you must do next to step fully into your destiny. The prophecy has always pointed to this moment. The lost one returning, the hidden one being revealed, the heir reclaiming their throne. But what must you do now? The final step is crucial. What you must do next to step into your royal destiny. My beloved, I see the longing in your heart. I know how deeply you have yearned for answers, for clarity, for a path that feels certain beneath your feet. You have felt the pull of something greater, a quiet voice within telling you that you were made for more than what you've experienced so far. Yet at the same time, doubts have whispered back. What if I'm not ready? What if I'm not enough? These questions have kept you still, hesitating at the threshold of a greater purpose. But hear me now. You are not alone, and you are not imagining things. The pull you feel, the calling you cannot deny, is real. You were chosen for this. You were called for this. And the time for hesitation has passed. What lies before you is not just a step. It is a return to who you were always meant to be. I know how heavy the weight of indecision can be. I know how paralyzing it feels to stand in the space between what is familiar and what is promised. I know the fear that rises when you think about stepping into the unknown, about stepping into your own royal destiny. You have tried to convince yourself that waiting is wisdom, that staying where you are is safer. But my child, you are not being asked to leap recklessly into the dark. You are being called to step into the light. The fears that hold you back are not reflections of your reality. They are remnants of old patterns, voices that no longer have power over you. You have already grown beyond them, even if you cannot see it yet. Your struggle has not been to determine whether you are capable. It has been to believe that you are worthy. I tell you now, you are. I made you worthy, and I would not call you if I had not also prepared you. Look to my word, and let the truth be revealed. Remember the promise given in Hosea 2 verse 23. I will plant her for myself in the land. I will show my love to the one I called not my loved one. I will say to those called not my people, you are my people. And they will say, you are my God. My child, you have been chosen. Where once you may have felt forgotten or unseen, you are now called into full belonging. You are no longer on the outside looking in. You are no longer wondering if you are part of my plan. I am declaring it now, you are mine. You have always been mine, and I am preparing you to step into the inheritance I have set aside for you. The journey you've been on, the hardships, the moments of silence, was not a wandering in the wilderness. It was a preparation for your return. I have been planting you, watering you, nurturing you so that when the time came, you would be ready to bloom. My child, open your eyes to the signs that are already all around you. Look at how doors you thought were locked forever have begun to open. Notice how the relationships in your life are shifting, making room for new connections and greater support. Feel the quiet confidence that has started to grow within you, even when fear tries to creep back in. These are not coincidences. They are my hand at work. Every step you've taken has been part of my plan, and now the pieces are falling into place. The opportunities you've been hoping for are beginning to appear, not because of luck, but because I have been guiding you toward them. The peace that occasionally breaks through your doubts, the moments of clarity that feel like sunlight after a storm. These are my signs. They are reminders that I have never left you and that I am leading you towards something extraordinary. Trust in these signs. Trust that you are being prepared to step into the role you were created to fulfill. The time has come. The truth that has stirred within you, That quiet yet powerful call to rise above fear, doubt, and uncertainty can no longer be ignored. You felt it, haven't you? That pull toward something greater, toward a purpose that feels as though it has always been a part of you, waiting just beneath the surface. This is not the first time you've heard the whisper, but perhaps now it resonates more clearly than ever. There's a reason you're here at this moment. The waiting is over. The hesitation, the self-doubt, the fear of not being enough. Lay them all down. The time to claim your royal destiny is now. It's natural to feel a mixture of excitement and fear when facing something so significant. The path ahead may feel unfamiliar, even daunting, as though stepping into a vast unknown. And yet, it is also a homecoming, a return to the truth of who you are. You are not alone on this journey. The challenges you faced were not random. They were preparation. They've strengthened you, refined you, and prepared you for this exact moment. Think of the times you doubted yourself, the nights you questioned your worth, and the moments you felt you couldn't move forward. Those were not defeats. They were stepping stones, guiding you to where you stand today. The waiting wasn't wasted. It was building a foundation of strength and faith so that when this moment arrived, you would be ready to step into it. Consider the wisdom found in Isaiah 60 verse 1. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. This passage, while not often quoted, carries a profound message. It doesn't ask you to have everything figured out or to be perfect. Instead, it calls you to rise as you are, to shine as you were created to. The glory of the Lord rises upon you, illuminating the path forward, giving you the courage to step into your destiny. This isn't just a call to action. It's a declaration of who you are. The time to step into your purpose isn't someday, it's now. You've been chosen, and with that comes the assurance that you do not go alone. The one who called you walks alongside you every step of the way. As you begin to walk in this truth, you'll notice signs of transformation all around you. Doors you thought were closed will open. Relationships that once drained you will fall away, making space for connections that uplift and empower you. Opportunities you never imagined will appear, confirming that you are on the right path. Inside, you'll feel a shift, a deeper peace, a renewed sense of clarity, and a confidence that can't be shaken. These aren't coincidences. They are tangible reminders that you are stepping into the fullness of your purpose. Divine intervention is guiding your path, aligning every detail in a way that brings your destiny into sharp focus. It's not about having all the answers. It's about trusting the process and knowing that each step you take is leading you closer to who you were always meant to be. Now is the time to say yes to the calling on your life. It doesn't require perfection. It doesn't demand that you have everything figured out. All it asks is for you to take that next step with faith and courage. The kingdom has been seeking you. The prophecy is unfolding, and you are part of it. This isn't a new beginning. It's a return to the truth of who you are. The hesitation, the self-doubt, and the fear of not being enough, those have no place here anymore. Let them go. Embrace the calling with open arms, for you are not walking into the unknown. You are stepping into your purpose, the purpose you were chosen for from the very beginning. If this message resonated with you, comment "chosen," and let this be the beginning of a new chapter. The time has come. The truth is clear. Take that step forward. Walk with confidence, knowing that you are not alone and that the one who called you will guide your every move. You were called for this. You were chosen for this. The prophecy is unfolding, and now everything is different. If you're ready to step into your destiny, let this be the moment you claim it. The time is now. The waiting is over. The kingdom has been seeking you, and today, it finds you ready to step into the fullness of your purpose. The world needs what only you can offer. Your light, your story, and your journey are sacred. This is just the beginning, a chapter in a much larger narrative that is still unfolding. The challenges of your past have prepared you for the purpose that lies ahead. It's time to step forward with confidence, knowing that your struggles were not in vain and that your light is needed now more than ever. Subscribe, share, and spread this message, because you are not alone, and your light has the power to ignite a movement. The rise of the chosen ones has begun, and you are leading the way.